little bit about the journey for each of you starting to do the show, and in terms of what are you feeling that's been shaping the narrative for yourselves, each one of you?
I personally feel that, I've become very much more aware of, I've opened my life to everybody, to the world. I've definitely divulged and shared my secrets with the world and with my family. But I've seen how much support that I've gotten from my sisters, and it's okay to be vulnerable and just being true and authentic.
Yeah, and also that there's no challenge that you can't overcome if you have sisters in your corner. If you're blessed and lucky enough to have family support you, that's all you need. And we're very excited to share the narrative and break the stigma and the stereotype there are against, Afghan women and, Muslim women here in America being first generation, and to be able to share that platform and show our journey and our path just to be relatable is very exciting, and it's a blessing.
Well, and I like the fact that as your other sisters I was speaking to earlier, you're not afraid to be beautiful and own it. So I really applaud the fact that you guys have the courage to do that out there.
Thank you.
What has been some of the most wonderful experience for you in the segment so far that really touched your heart as family, and you're like, oh my God, that really was special to me? Can you share anything like that with us?
For me, it was all the family. Like for Eid, for example, we got together, having mom around, just having all 10 sisters and mom under one roof. And it was
because
just,
it makes mom so happy. Like, just for her to have all of her kids in the same place, because she always says, you're still my baby. It doesn't matter how old you are. And so I think you just can feel the calmness that when she can see us all, she has eyes on us. She's not worried. Yeah. She's always worried and always calling about where is this sister? Where is that sister? And for her to set her eyes on us is like, okay, I know everyone's safe in here with me. And another big, just blessing was being able to pull off this fundraiser and this gala and raise money for women like my mom when she came to America and escaped a war-torn country, and to be able to give back to the community was just such an honor. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm constantly learning because my sisters challenge me and they inspire me. And they are my mirrors. And when I don't want to see the truth, they are the first one there to shove it in my face. I definitely learned that I can definitely give a little bit more and be more open. I'm always so worried about everyone else that I don't want to share my struggles. And I saw that, I could have been, I was a little bit closed off just because everyone was going through so many things. But I'm like, you know what? Forget that. I'm going to lay my shit down too, because I need some advice. So, definitely going into season 2, I'm definitely going to be more open and just more vulnerable and get more personable as well.
Yeah.
Personable, I like you.
Oh, thank you. I felt like in the beginning, there was a lot of like back and forth for myself. And later in the season, you see that I'm just kind of like, I stick my ground, and it's okay to be, just do you. And that was like a big takeaway for me, was I want to be happy, and I should put my happiness ahead of anything.
Yeah. Well, that leads me to the next question. In everything we're doing, you just said about your happiness. So if there's one trait that you realize you're developing more in the show for yourself, what would that trait be for each one of you?
Growth. For me, it would be vulnerability. Learning to be more vulnerable. Being supportive.
Definitely. And if there was one reason why everybody should watch a show out there, especially people with families, even if it's boys in the family, what would be the reason that you would love them to watch your show?
If you want to laugh and feel good and be reminded of the value of family, then you should definitely watch our show. Absolutely. The love and respect we have for each other is endless. I can honestly say these girls are my support system. They're my rock, and you can't live with them, but you sure can't live without them.
I know the appreciation I got was so beautiful, because it reminded me of my sisters and how we need them. And like you guys, like some sisters you can say something to, and the other ones, don't tell her I said this to you, wait till I figure it out. Yeah. So I really love that. Tell me about your mom and the journey for her, and what is her blessing and feeling about this?
My mom definitely had a little bit of, she was really reserved coming on the show, coming from a war-torn country, being a woman from Afghanistan and have more than half her life there. She's not used to speaking up and to being in the presence of cameras. She's a very conservative, woman. And for her to be able to do that for us and say, Mom, look, you have a unique story. The world needs to hear about your journey and what you've done for our family. And it's so relatable. And I think that her support meant the world to us. And I want people to understand that this is my mom's journey. She's not like every other Afghan American Muslim that's here. And she's not even, she's American now, but we really want to show that, it took a lot for her to open up. It took a lot for her to share her story. And it wasn't easy, but we have her support and she's very excited.
Yeah, well, I think that's what's surprising about this show, because as you said, culturally based, you wouldn't think that you want to share certain things. So I think you're really opening a whole new door. What do you hope that the Muslim community, actually it's a global community, what would you want that to happen for everyone?
We just hope that everyone just takes this with an open mind and an open heart and just not be so judgmental and just understand that this is what we know. We're born and raised in America. And this is all that we do know. And this is how we're living our lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And either you love it or leave it. So if you want to watch me, watch me. If you don't want to watch me, guess what? Click, turn the dial off.
Yeah, exactly.
But I love watching you guys. So I'm
Thank
excited
you.
for you. And again, blessings to you and your beautiful family.
Thank
and
you.
Just enjoy the journey.